Understanding the dicey world of finance and banking and money as a business owner is terrible and frustrating. However, it's really exciting on the same end. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about 3 different styles of getting capital for your business. We're going to be sharing how you can use this capital and what you can do to use it to make your business grow. So first, and the most common form of capital for your business is your own personal sources. And that would be credit cards, lines of credit, home equity loans, friends and family. And with that, friends and family and lines of credit and the credit cards, they all come back to you. And for the most part, they're very limited, meaning you're probably looking at somewhere around 100,000 or less capital that you have access to. And so you're somewhat limited depending on the business that you're going into. Now, the next type of credit that you can get is called business credit. And we've actually covered this in 3 episodes on Business Growth Podcast. So we'll put it in the show notes. But if you turn to episode 71, episode 51, or episode 49, we talk about business credit and how you can get it. Now, I'm going to talk about in the third, the alternative or the different forms of credit and capital that you can get. So one of them is called factoring. So if you happen to own a business that is selling a product, and let's say you are an e-commerce company, and your e-commerce company is selling, you're manufacturing a good and you're delivering it, and you have maybe working with a retail relationship and they're purchasing, now they've put in a large order for you to go forward and deliver that product. Now, if you're of the fortune to have that relationship and you have that product and you have a large order, many times business owners are not able to take advantage of it because of capital constraints. Factoring makes it possible so that you can go to these finance companies and you can show them that you have purchase orders. With that purchase order, you can then take out a loan against what you're doing and you can have access to capital. That is an option. Yes, it may be costly. Another is to work with outside capital. And yes, that could be venture capital. It could be angel. Now, that's going to highly depend on the track record that you have with your business, on what's already happening in the business, who sits on your board, or who's in the company. Again, that may be costly in the forms of equity that you're giving up. Outside capital that you can also get may be in the form of crowdfunding, but for most of you that are listening in the business world, that's simply not going to be enough capital. Now, there's another phrase that we coined on a different podcast that I do. And this podcast is called the Prosperity Podcast. I do this with a lady named Kim Butler. Arguably, she is one of the smartest people I have ever met when it comes to finance. She's just brilliant, and I really am honored to work with her. And there's this phrase called prosperity capital. And what she does is she teaches people how to become their own banks. And by becoming your own bank, you don't have to petition for that home equity. You don't have to petition to get a credit card or whatever those things are. You actually have access to capital, and it's the same process and formula that the most wealthy families in the world have done. You can learn more about her and what she's doing at partnersforprosperity.com, or you can listen to the Prosperity Podcast. For you as a business owner, having access to capital is critical, and the time to start preparing for that is right now. So if you own a business and your cash flow is doing well, you don't have any capital constraints, consider yourself lucky. Start establishing business credit and start working those relationships now, even if you don't think you need the capital. If you do need the capital and you're working in a business that is exciting, that's innovative, and it's a business that actually has a track record in growing, reach out to me. I'm happy to talk with you or put you in touch with other angels, ventures, or any of the people that we've raised capital for that we've done. I'm happy to help as far as a relationship tool there. Now, I'm not going through and saying that I'm going to invest in your company or anyone else that I'm friends with is. I'm just saying I want to be a resource that can help you out. So as you understand and unpack the world of banking and finance, it's a lot more simple than you realize. And there should be no fear around it whatsoever. Just realize that you need that track record. Continue to focus on growth. Continue to focus on delivering a good product, having a good reputation, having the right relationships, and the other pieces will fall into place.